Hey everybody, it's Thomas. It's Blood Bowl League of Blood Bowl time. We're going to be talking about the playoffs this week. We're talking about the semifinal match. We're going to be casting the Skaven versus Orc side of things here. And reason for that is Mark's game's already recorded. And I think Chris might have recorded this as well, or at least he might export it from Twitch. But either way, I'm going to be casting this game. Just kind of going over things. As you can see, no inducements for either team. Looks like even fan factor. Let's get out of that. Of course, we don't get to see things like fame rolls or anything like that until it pops up. So looks like Orcs choosing, or sorry, Skaven choosing to receive here. Let's see how Chris sets this up versus Orcs and vice versa. So going into this, I think I said Orcs should win, and they kind of should. I mean, if you just look at these pieces here, they're much stronger. They've got a ton more guard, just a lot more block, and they're stronger. So in theory, against this lower armor value team with less blocking skills, less guard, and really the only thing it's got going for it, the gutter runners with plus strength and blodge, should be a pretty good game for the Orcs, in theory. The Orcs do have no tackle though, so they're basically relying on using all of this guard to get 2-die blocks enough to get POWs, which might be a little difficult against, say, I here, who's blodge, sidestep, 3 strength. Disarm here is just plus strength. We'll see what else he fields. I think Chris has more players still. Yeah, Chris has got yeah, he's got Space Boy here is blodge with extra arms. Great Deck, you're going for a pretty standard setup defensively. Black Orc, no skill guys, block there, Mighty Blow guard. I think this might be a little bit of a mistake. I think more guard on the line might be helpful, or at least more guard towards the middle. The Orc team isn't fast enough really where they can deploy the guard quickly. So yeah, you want the Black Orcs in the middle, but I don't know. Maybe this thrower could be switched out for one of these guard pieces, just so it's a little, just so the guard is a little closer. Like maybe this one could be a little closer. Right. Would be one thing to do true anyway, just to have more guard in the middle. But we'll see. I mean, it's also not like the Skaven team won't just run around any positioning. So, like I said, kind of standard positioning. This is good for blocking any run-throughs. All the lines are packed. Obviously, if they dodge through this here, it's okay, but that's still a -1, even if you get in here, because you have to go this way or this way. So you got a -1 no matter what way you go. So it's a good formation for that. Over here, bunch of -1s. That said, it's not that hard for a gutter runner to go through there. Still really surprised about this extra arms thing. It might come in handy here to pick it up from traffic, especially against what will probably be a very crowded cage ball, but we'll see what happens here. Loading the line. Chris really likes to get stuck in. Be a little more cautious over here. Thrower there, Space Boy, and way back. I wonder if he's going to do a handoff to the thrower. Seems kind of waste because the thrower has sure hands. Feels like you want to do the opposite. Kick. Looks like changing weather goes to nice. Nice, apparently. Really good kick here. Although it bounces kind of an unfortunate direction, it's still far out, but it's Skaven, so this is more within range here. And again, Chris really likes to get mixed in, which I think is kind of crazy. But guard versus guard, this isn't a bad position to be in. Certainly punches a hole for I to run through. Critical failure. That's a reroll down already. That's good for, certainly good for Grey Duck. Does a toss. Not too bad. Short pass, which is a little risky, but hey, that's what happens. And look, a turn 2 touchdown from gutter runners. This is really good against Orcs because Orcs don't have the movement to really catch her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a double go for it to do that. Blitzer might be able to get through. Yeah. Here you go. So yeah, Chris getting mixed in. Not that big of a deal though. I mean, he's using it pretty safely. It's forcing Greyduck basically to address this huge threat in back. It's one of the reasons why Skaven is so ridiculous. In theory, Chris scoring early is bad though, because 2-1 grind is very much a thing. Although that the injury, not doing anything, pretty big break there. Because the 2-1 grind is definitely a thing, and if Orcs can get caged up and smash their way forward, I mean, the turn 2 touchdown, always impressive, but doesn't mean it's necessarily the best course of action. Scudder is all by itself, but again, Demolition Dirge can get out here on a lucky dodge. Stabbing option. This thrower with block could also do it. That's pretty risky though, especially with sidestep. Is he going to go mark here? Yep, okay. So Blaster Brioso is marking the Gutter Runner, which is good. I'm guessing then Demolition Dirge is going to blitz out and try to tie these up. I would still stand up the Black Orc just in case. Okay, that's good. Alright, this is the 3 movement allowance one, so he's going to stand up and do not a lot else. The other thrower up, I don't know if the go for it's are worth it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is a 3 agi dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still 2 go for it. I think moving this many people back is not worth it. I think that's like you're either going to catch the Gutter Runner or you're not going to catch the Gutter Runner at this point. Yeah, I think I would have moved these guys up. Because if Chris is going to stall, moving people back to take care of the ball runner is not what you want to do. You want to move people up and punish the stalling by beating up everybody else. Especially because these Stormvinds are right here. And you could easily, if assuming you get the dodge out, but you could move this Black Orc up here. I don't know. This isn't getting her anywhere, right? This piece has got a 2-die block already. This guy's also got a 2-die block. G5 blitz failure of the Black Orc here. Rerolls the success. Gets a stun here, which is pretty good. This is alright. I mean, now these guys are more tied up. But like, I don't know. I would have gone for the... Oh, could he have reached? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought he could have reached, but... So this is okay, although these both have guard, so these are going to get freed up pretty quickly. Which is why I think if you're going to do this, you would want to commit more pieces over here. That's why this movement strikes me as being not ideal. 4 agility dodge means that if Chris wants to make the touchdown, he can make the touchdown. So you might as well commit up here to fighting this, because this is easy to break up, right? This is a 2-die block punch. There it goes. And then more of this can be moved over here to clear this. Like just this guard lineman moving up here is fine. Or this lineman moving down here, also fine. Double push. Not ideal for Chris, but not bad either. And then here, yeah, 2-die block. Placeholder. Now permanent fixture of the team with 4. And there we go. So yeah, I think it was just too much risk back here. Like she could have put more pressure on those Storm Vermins. I think that was a mistake. Let's try to skip these cutscenes here. I think more pressure could have been applied to the Storm Vermins over here. Like committing all these pieces back here wasn't worth it. Because again, the Gutter Runner is going to get out. You might as well focus on beating up these bits. So, whatever. Turn 2 touchdown is theoretically very good for the Orc team. Gives the full 7 turns then to cage up, smash your way down the pitch using the mighty caging power. So, ideally, Orc should be able to do all the caging and punch their way down here. Let's see what Chris decides to do for defensive structure, though. This is pretty up front. I'm not sure if I like this or not. I mean, I don't, because I like this defensive formation the best. Where's his kick piece? Okay, back there. So 33 is still there. This is okay. I mean, there's no clear spots that can be run through, but there are some easy spots to get blitzed through. We'll see. Okay. 2 throwers in back to pick up the ball. Pretty normal. Definitely want to move your black orcs up, although you could also make an argument to be using them as a cage, but I think guard pieces are the better cage at this point. Blitzers maybe could be a little bit further back, just as a precautionary measure. It's not like you're going to lose the LOS battle with 4 black orcs there. 2 of them with block. Yeah, 2 of them with block. This might be okay. I mean, this gutter runner can obviously get back there. So with kick, I mean, you want to have 2 throwers back here because they're so slow. You want to be able to cover this zone or this zone, basically. We'll see what the kick results are. If I remember correctly, Chris only had 11 players in this match. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, there's a lineman stuck over here. Okay, so we bought another lineman. Maybe it would be worthwhile to swap out a gutter runner for one of the linemen on defense, but maybe not. Okay. I don't like this either. I would have left those a little bit further back, but could be okay. See where the ball goes. Whoop. A rock. Okay. We've had... Oh! Well, that's not good. Just a badly hurt. That's a really good kick. 3, 4, 5. Thrower can pick it up, but it won't be safe. Thrower's got to go pick it up too, because the gutter runner is definitely going to run up and grab it otherwise. At least move the blitzer onto the ball. You want to do that anyway for protection, in case the thrower picks up the ball, but you definitely want... There we go. It's good. Rock is a big deal. Wish I could see the die results for that. I'm guessing... Okay, sideline cage here, a little risky, but not too bad. Guessing fame might be a factor there, but I have to go double check. I'm pretty sure Chris had 1 fame, which would definitely influence the rock results. Badly hurt, really big deal though. Everybody's got an extra piece still, but still going down into a caging, punching battle is not good because you're committing, you know, another player to 1 to 5 players from the hitting game away. So we'll see. I would still go pick up the ball because this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this could easily be marked, blitzed with the storm vermin, and the gutter runner could run in. Stuns are good, although injuries are really what this team needs right now. Pretty risky to do that with the non-block black orc as well. Just because you don't want it to go sour. That's pretty good though. Moving this back to be another defensive piece there. That's good. This thrower is kind of all by itself. This positioning helps for what I was talking about there. There we go. That's why hitting with your block pieces is good. Block, block. Boy, that rock was especially unlucky, considering we got 9 armor value everywhere. This is really dangerous. I don't really like this at all. Block does its thing, though. Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want to be there, though. Sure hands does its thing. Like I said, really good kick for Chris. Because this is not a great place for the cage to start. This is a pretty good cage to move the ball forward. I don't like how spread out this team is. This is what I'd say is a weak part in this offensive line. The desire to hit is good, but I would have gone for punching the linemen or trying to secure the cage back here more. The blitzers are fast compared to the rest of the team, but they are still one movement allowance slower than every other piece that Chris is working with. So I think this is a bit of a risk. I would not have done this. I think it's a mistake. Especially because if needed, this Black Orc could get blitzed out. Chris loves to get stuck in still. Oop, way ahead of the dice log here. This is craziness to me, this Skaven punching fest. Which one is guard? This one. So that's the one he needs to hit. They both have guard. Alright, there you go. Yeah, this is going to be a hard thing to break up regardless. So it looks like the whole put two guys way up position did pay off a little bit as it pulled now 4 pieces over away from the ball, which is good. This is madness. But, like I said, Chris really likes to get stuck in, and he hasn't been punished for it too much. Black Orc gets punched in the face, thanks to Blodge. Gunner still got some movement allowance left, but probably doesn't want to move it too much farther up. So pretty good turn for Chris. I think that his positioning here is way too aggressive, although this is just fine, honestly. This part, I think, is not great. This is good, though. Black Orc needs to come up. This cage needs to move now. I would assume it's going to form up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's a long way away. So the cage has got to move, make a little more movement. But it's got to move carefully. Might be able to do this a 3-man cage over here for the time being. Then slowly move all this up. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you could have a pretty comfortable 3-person cage right here. Although it is really close to all this. Let's see what happens here. So pushes. Trying to get that guard piece is good. Okay, not quite sure what the blitz is trying to accomplish here. He's 3 squares of movement. I'm not sure where she's trying to put bulldozer at this point. Maybe over here, but that's still a GFI, and you'd better off moving the guard thrower up if you're gonna do that. I don't know what that was trying to accomplish, honestly. Because this is the only piece with, where's the guard piece? Here. So, guard piece would provide a bit of assist, but it would still be, I guess there'd be a 3-die block here. Orcs running out of time, really got to move the ball faster. Move this up, I guess, or move back, and then boom, boom. And there's the cage. Missed an opportunity to hit over here due to messing around with the blitz. I don't know how I like this. And again, like I was talking about before, there's a lot of spread here, and that's kind of part of the problem. Good reroll result. Get a guard piece on, so this blitzer can get basically a cage hole will be made. This gunner runner can then run over to oof. Some lucky armor breaks. That's a surf. Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, this is why I was saying, like, she needed to hit over here, and she just ran out of time messing around with the cage over here. And this, I mean, they're isolated. They're totally separated. Now, what do we lose here? A Mighty Blow guard. That's no good. at all. You need the Mighty Blow Guard to help clear some of this. Gredic now down 2 players, 3 players for the round. 4 players, holy crap. Niggling injury. Doing the work here, that would have been a stun if not for that. I wonder if it was worth keeping this Black Orc or not. Because 0 SPP and Niggling probably wasn't, honestly. There's the Blitz we talked about. And there we go. Pieces on the ball. I'm assuming this Gutter Runner is going to get in there too. And I've been mentioning that Chris likes to get stuck in. That can be kind of problematic. But here it's not a problem whatsoever. I mean, Chris has got a numbers advantage. Pushing it. I think he... maybe this Gutter Runner moved already. Yeah, I think so. That might be why. But yeah, I think the key mistake here was moving these blitzers over here. There's not really a lot of advantage to be gained to beating these pieces up. Should focus more on forcing the way through the midsection. That's the sidestep piece. That's going to get moved all the way around this cage, probably. And that's really bad, because Gredic really wants to be punching clear these pieces too. This cage is really in bad shape at this point. And a lot of it is, again, due to this positioning over here. I think that was the key mistake. Chris has gotten pretty lucky here with the stun and the KO here. Breaking Orc armor is not easy, because you have to roll a 10, but it's not impossible. Push, push, some unlucky results there. Sidestep, I'm assuming is going to put it over there. Yep. Ooh, more pushing, holy crap. So really good results for Chris. Sidestep, doing work here. This is kind of a danger zone problem too for the cage, because you can't really 2-1 grind if you're getting aggressively punched like this. This Black Orc needs to move up, like right now. Taking a look around here. Yeah, she's down 4 pieces effectively right now. And I think, there you go. Sidestep, here? Probably over here, actually. Yep. This is a problem with the current situation. If she had had more pieces over here, she'd have more guard over here. If she certainly wouldn't be down so many pieces now. That's part of the problem. 2 of the pieces being out, being huge pieces too, helps. I mean, the Black Orc, whatever, it's just 4 strength, but it's a lot of strength to deal with, and can help make guard more efficient. Having a Mighty Blow guard piece out, huge deal as well. Yep, and now this kid should just get ripped right open. This is the kick piece. So what probably needs to happen is this Storm Vermin needs to kick this Blitzer, I would say. That Black Orc not going down isn't great. I would say move up this guard piece just to get it in the mix, or at least move IM1 over here. Again, clear the Blitzer with the Storm Vermin. Yep, there we go. Then the Gutter Runner can get a hit as well. Though probably somebody needs to go up to mark this one too. Push, push, or push attack down. Not ideal, but not bad either. This does... Let's see here. Okay. So at this point, right, like I was talking about before, I mean, having those blitzers missing, having those pieces missing and this blitzer out means that Gredic's actually at a guard disadvantage, which is a weird position to be in for an Orc team. Push rips the cage open. This doesn't do a ton here, other than put more pressure on the ball. I think it would have been better to move the Gutter Runner up to mark the piling on Blitzer. Any of the Gutter Runners basically would have been made that a 2-die block. Would have been a little safer for Chris, but this is like positioned great. Not Not that it's insurmountable, certainly. Well, let's see what can be done about this. Well, thrower hits the gutter runner. Gutter runner can be pushed into the thrower. So probably want to do something this way. Okay, well, there goes that idea. I was gonna say you could probably try to push this Siva here in this spot, because then thrower could hit the gutter runner, push it into the thrower, push it into this black orc, who could then push this out and basically push the thrower more this way. Give a little more protection. It's always kind of... Blood Bowl's really weird to me in that you can see... It's really easy to spot these sort of snowballing problems. Oh, that's no good. Reroll was used here for both down, attacker down. Disappointing, certainly. Hit dice not going the way of Greydek this match. Chris's super luck continues. I think going for the chain push out would have been the safer play. You still would have been surrounded by rats, but you would have been less surrounded by rats. That's pretty good, though. Assuming he's going to end up this way. Yep. Because then I here can punch the thrower. Oh, okay. Going for that way. Well, still get 2 blood blocks. Doesn't matter, though, because he had a 3 die. So that's a touchdown. Easy peasy. Could you go for a throw if you're feeling fancy? There he goes. Extra arms doing absolutely nothing there. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I would just go for it. Or, yeah, blitz the thrower too. That's good. Stun. It is crazy how much armor Chris is breaking in this game. There we go. Space Boy for the touchdown. And I was starting to talk about this a lot, but Blood Bowl's weird because you can see so many snowball things when you're doing this kind of replay viewing and seeing where things are. But it's a lot hard. Oh, no KO stand-up is bad news. That puts Greydek at a huge disadvantage for sure. But it goes to what I was talking about, trying to get my point across here, that small mistakes snowball a lot, especially with a slower, punchier team like Orc. Orc's strength is kind of like a wedge of just forcing through a point with a lot of people that are strong and have guard and block and all that fun stuff. By committing those 2 blitzers over here, not only did it not accomplish anything, it severely weakened the central position, and then Chris could do his really overcommit style in the middle and punch, 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 punch. Which worked out, because the cage got pretty much surrounded and pinched, and some people got missed. Like, losing the Black Orc to a hit was unfortunate, but it probably could have been avoided had the blitzers been more in the middle than on the side. So good play for Chris there. Absolutely just fine. Slight improvements could have been done. Maybe 2 die blocks a little earlier. Ball could have been made looser slightly earlier, but 2-0 at turn 6 is a very difficult place for the Orcs to be. Brilliant coaching. That is touchback to this blitzer. That's basically, I need to get the ball downfield as soon as possible. She's not really set up to do that, though. If these Black Orcs clear the linemen, like these two, if Bulldozer and Steamroller clear these 2 linemen, then Breaker could move up and blitz this thrower, although it doesn't look like she is going for that. Which would let the blitzer have a better chance of moving up, but it's, with all these pieces being so far back, it's really hard. And then part of that is kick, just like the threat of kick doing its thing, of forcing these throwers to be back to deal with the ball being farther back, potentially. I don't know where Chris was aiming it, but he got the 6, so it's hard to stop that from going out if you're kicking slightly riskier. Like if he kicked here, I would guess. That went this way. Although which direction is 5? I don't remember. Whatever. The other advantage using these two to clear this way would have been a stronger position. Because right now she's committing to go back towards the middle, whereas here she could try to force down the sideline. Part of this is being down, 3 players. 1 to a rock, which is really unfortunate. But the 2 KOs are basically, aside from bad luck on the KO dice, is due to the bad positioning early on. So this is a pretty good cage, honestly. Guard pieces on the dirt, although not for much longer. This line can be brought up here, and then I'm1 can punch this black orc. Honestly, I could move back here and Blit with Butterfly Wings could blitz this blitzer out. Get some pieces on the ball that way. Or either side. And that's kind of the reason why going up, I think this sideline would have been safer. Because going in the middle, she's attackable from both sides at this point. Okay. Kind of a weird use of blitz, but... Or a less optimal use of blitz. I guess you can still get some people in there. I mean, obviously getting I in there is the best possible outcome, but... We'll see what happens here. Black Orc goes in. More guard. Yeah, missing the guard piece here is pretty noticeable. Water. This is good. Spaceball going back there. Trying to get up to level 4, I'm guessing. A little bit greedy from Chris, for sure. But that's one of the things Skaven can get away with, especially when you're 3 people up, is you can get away with having more scoring threats in back. And this Gutter Runner is relatively safe from getting blitzed or harassed, so I think that's just fine. Yeah, this like in-your-face style should not be paying off, essentially. But with only 2 turns left, getting 1 touchdown is impossible at this point. She can't move fast enough, essentially. Because it's not going to be possible to clear all this out. Blitz would have to use all of its forward movement to have a chance. Yeah, this positioning means it can't happen. Okay, well, saying that, looks like you did clear a path there, so that works out. Although, nope, we'll still be using 1 movement to go sideways, so that's not good. Just trying to chart out chain pushes here. They aren't great, to say the least. I think it might have been worthwhile to punish the Storm Vermin, and then... I don't know. Those aren't great. Yeah. I think the touchdown's impossible at this stage. Without a lot of GFIs, which would put this blitzer really exposed. 1, 2... Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Okay. So, GFI success is good. That's less good. Now the issue is that he's still very blitzable. Defender down is good though. Cleans out some of the guard. Push attacker down is not good. And this blitzer needs to move. Go, man, go. I almost think it would be better to loop around here to try to be on the other side of disarm. Because what's probably going to happen, I would guess, is I and or disarm are probably going to run around here and blitz this blitzer. With the guard piece, yes. Well, okay. Alright, so running in here, doing the hit. Burn reroll. There you go. Defender stumbles, defender stumbles. That will do it. Ball gets free. Oh, he did not want to pick that up. Guess he didn't really have a lot of choice in the matter because it was a catch. Probably wouldn't have followed up there because in theory then I could move backwards and disarm could run back, grab the ball. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, would have been a long bomb, but would have been a chance for a 3-0. Which is basically a GG going into the second half. Because 2-0 is still something that the Orc team could come back from, assuming these pieces come back. That's a big if, obviously. This is just to protect the ball. Now basically, I mean, you have Skaven's higher movement being a problem for Orcs, because look at how stretched out this team is. Out of necessity, too. Stun is not what Greyduk wants here. Yeah. Both down on a Black Orc's not bad for a lineman, especially one with only 2 SPP, but yeah, not ideal. So what can be done at this point? That's a start. That's not going to do anything. Reroll gets us... Come on, Dice Log, show me the goods. Push both down. Yeah. So that's the half, basically, in terms of scoring. There's nothing more Orcs can do to get the ball. Yep, that's it. So now she's got to settle for trying to punish these guys, which is good. It's always something you want to do. And these guard bits. Nope. Where is the thrower going? Goes through Gutter Runner. Gets the dodge result. Not great. Oof. Yeah, I mean, Greyduk's gotten pretty unlucky in terms of overall block dice. Ugh, attack her down. At least didn't result in anything bad. But yeah, Greyduk's been a little unlucky in terms of dice not going her way. Hit-wise, eye dancing around in her cage was definitely bad. But I think a lot of the mistakes, or a lot of the problems at this point are really coming back from those blitzers being in a bad position early. Oh, alright. Orcs are in real bad shape now, because there's no reason why half number 2 won't go the same way as that last possession did. Yeah, that's bad. 11 players for Skaven. Should be 9 players from Orcs here. Again, we can see Kick being the big threat here. So the issue now, and the problem that Greyduk has, is because it's 2-0, and not 2-1, or 1-1 even, Greyduk has to push and push fast. So hopefully we get some better positioning here. Cheering fans, and another big kick out. Bounces get lucky though. Put it in a really good place for Chris. Holy crap. Forced a GFI to get to the ball. Blitzer pickup, maybe? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, the 2-player difference here. 3 players down overall. Huge deal. And again, it comes back to that bad positioning here. And again, some of that's unlucky. Injuries getting rolled, but them's the breaks. I almost feel like it would have been better to move the Blitzers up to protect the ball. Like put them up in the face of the Storm Vermin. I mean, yeah, you're opening... Well, maybe not, because then you're opening up for some blitzing. And then done the GFI with a thrower. Yeah, move Crowbar up. Some bad luck on the dice there. Again. Does not want block. I don't know why she keeps throwing these blocks with the non-block Black Orc first. That'll help, though. That's the guard lineman, too. That's a pretty big deal. Greg needs a lot more of those, though. At this point, just equalizing the player count is helpful, but she needs to get an advantage to have a chance of getting the ball in quickly. I mean, the nice part about the kick here is that it's less distance to walk the ball. The bad news is it's really close to that, and that is the problem. That's why I was saying you maybe want to GFI with a thrower. I would move this blitzer up as well, because the ball is still very, very gettable at this point. Move this lineman up, blitz with the Storm Vermin. -1 on the pickup, which is easily solved by Space Boy's extra arms. Which would be funnier if Space Boy had big hand, which is why extra arms is still kind of a dumb choice. But whatever. He's got to move some more stuff up here to mess with this, though. Or maybe just stand IM1 up to tie up these two Black Orcs. Lineman blitz. Gets the push. This is the square I would go for. Okay. You should move him up here then. Or here. Oh! That's really good. That's going to get apothecaried, I would guess. No! Okay. Wow, that's a big deal. Okay. Well, I said she needed a lot of them. That will definitely help tilt things in the right direction. This jerkbag being sent off is pretty big. I feel like there were safer ways you could have set that up. So they basically got her didn't have to roll the dodge. Looks like just a regular old-fashioned failure. Yeah. Rolled the 2s when she needed to, or when he needed to roll roll 3s because the -1 tackle zone being exerted by these players. Yeah, I feel like that was some bad positioning on Chris's part. This is still not great though, certainly. I'm assuming this blitzer is going to come up and blitz the Storm Vermin, punch it clear. Then this thrower needs to pick up the ball. Either way, Greyneck needs to move quickly. Okay, this is the guard piece. That's fine. Which one is this? The jump up piling on. Okay. Getting pushes again. Okay. That's less great. This blitzer needs to move up right now, though. That's okay, I guess. Worked out. This thrower's got nowhere to go, though, thanks to this being a push result. And the weird blitz angle. Okay, she's moving backwards now, which is good. She's moving towards the Black Orcs. The problem is it's nearer to bad things. Going for a cage again. I don't know if hard caging is worth it at this point. Reason I say that is these pieces are maybe doing more, tying this central area up and protecting it. I mean, it does protect the ball more. Guard advantage belongs to whom at this point? 1, 2. Belongs to Greyneck just barely. And that's what I was saying. It's a little... I feel like it would have been better to go towards the center. Keep your guard together, because this kind of like spacing out is what got her into trouble in the first place. rerolls into a push for Chris here. Ooh. Chris is getting the armor breaks when he needs them. That stun is a big deal. But yeah, like right now, this whole corridor is clear. This thrower can move up, this lineman can move up, this lineman can move up, this arm can move up. I mean, all these pieces can move around and beat up these pieces because they're all by themselves. Whereas if the black, oh, that is really unfortunate. That should get apothecaried. Okay, well, we'll be back. This one, Great X starting to equalize players. Bad things happen. And again, it's because she left her pieces alone. Orc is not fast enough to do that. Really need these pieces there, and I think that's kind of the big thing. I don't know if she's tilting or what's going on, but this was a mistake. Absolutely. Caging is really good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes not caging is key. Yeah, because all these pieces are left alone now. Pushes are good for Great Oak anyway. Yeah, so another problem, this central area went from being relatively secured to be totally impossible almost to break through. Because the whole cage is going to move here anyway, and the whole cage is going to have to engage because she doesn't have enough players to do the traditional cage and punch through. And she's going to move the ball quickly. I just think that this is a mistake. Moving these back here was a problem. Because what can she do with these pieces now? This guy is stuck. He's not going anywhere. This guy is going to get punched next turn. The Black Orc blitz is going to be a necessity, but where do you blitz? I don't know why she keeps blitzing with, or blocking with, this guy without block first. It's been a problem pretty consistently. I mean, some of this is dice going against her too. I mean, right, this stun, huge problem. Definitely a big deal. Getting this push here instead of a knockdown, also a problem. But some of this is just positioning problems, and Skaven are fast enough to punish you for bad positioning issues. Like, so now, basically now she's broken her cage to put these people back here. Yeah, I don't know. I really think this was a mistake. Because right now this thrower is here, but totally exposed in multiple different directions. So this Black Orc was here, and where does this blitzer go? Here, I guess? But even then, the Storm Vermin can just go... Yeah, this isn't great either, honestly, because... Yeah, so basically, I mean, pulling these pieces back was a big mistake. And it's really easy for me to say that now, because I can see it. But at the time, I'm sure it was a lot harder to figure out what to do. Yeah, this guy goes down. I would move this storm here. That works too. I guess there's not a path to move him that way. Push this Black Orc, and imagine there. Yep. Gutter Runners following up on Black Orcs. What a day. But yeah, that's essentially what we want to do long term. And then, here we go. Push, push. Says not to re-roll it. Does not follow up into this one. Gets the knockdown here. Puts him there. That gives a 1 die block here. Could be made into 2 die block if he GF. Nope, that's still mark with a thrower. Both down. Less than great. Decides not to re-roll it, which I think is probably okay. It's not the end of the world if this lineman goes down, because all this is still marked by these 3. And having the body there restricts movement as well. Because right now Great Oak has to punch this Storm Vermin first with the Black Orc. Then this one has to punch this lineman. And then the thrower is free to run this way. But it's not safe still because the gutter runners and everyone can catch up. This blitzer needs to do something as well. I don't know what though. Excavator Esposvizos probably needs to punch a bullet with butterfly wings. And then the thrower can hit the gutter runner, maybe? I don't know if this is worthwhile. The Slimeman couldn't go much farther, so maybe it's okay. This does let him. This does let Great at control where the Storm Vermin goes. A little easier. Better than both down. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's good. This thrower's gotta move though, so first the Black Orc has to move. Might be beneficial to do a blitz with the Black Orc this way. It actually looks okay. The thrower can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I imagine go this way. Not the safest place because the gutter runners can still get there without too much effort, but it's still better than nothing. So this still has to happen here. Someone gets a boat down. That's really good. He's still staying there. And goes for the piling on. Breaks armor that time and gets a stunned. That's a pretty debatable piling on, I think. Even if that lineman had gotten, like, murdered, I don't know if it's any real advantage. This needs to happen, like, right away. All this needs to happen. Fender Stumbles is great. Go this way, I guess. Yeah. And Black Orc can punch. Oh, not enough time. Ideally what should have happened is Steamroller would have been able to punch Disarm, at least backwards a little. Well, maybe that's riskier because then if you don't get the knockover, which is fairly likely considering that Steamroller would need a POW to knock over Disarm, then the gutter runner is free and can loop around and blitz your guy. So maybe that's okay. I was saying this piling on is kind of questionable because even if this lineman is injured and removed, your lineman's still in the dirt. There he goes. Yeah, imagine I is going to be the one to blitz out. Takes down that lineman pretty good. Blocked is a great thing. Yeah, no tackle, no wrestle. There goes. Oof. Like I said, some of this is great at getting kind of unlucky with the dice compared to Chris. Chris is roll a few number of POWs when he needs them. Even so. I don't know, maybe there was something better that could have been done over here. Key thing that probably would have done was, again, that earlier caging. I really am kind of iffy on this piling on. I think a blitz here would have actually been better than the jump up. Yeah, because now Great has to try to stop I, which is pretty unlikely, all things considered. Yeah, this doesn't look great. This is a pretty straightforward run the ball forward a bunch. Because this doesn't get anything. Last drill used for a boat down. Yeah, I just don't feel like this is accomplishing I mean, there's nothing, yeah, there's absolutely nothing great I can do to stop this at this point. Without some crazy dodging. The push is kind of a mockery at that point. That's a little unfortunate. One die pushes. I mean, all this really did would made I safer. I'm gonna push the other way. Let's do that. That's nice at least. No armor break though, so a little unfortunate. There's the defender stumbles for not even having to roll the dodge. That's good news. Oh, and the stun. Man, Chris is breaking so much armor today. There he goes. And then I is safe. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this drive was lost here, essentially, with the pull back to the cage. Really lost the center entirely. At this point, yeah, I is really safe, and that ball should definitely go in as soon as possible. Because even with the advantage and people, you can't stay this, mixed in for forever. It's pretty good. Ugh. Tough to be on the side of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I think Demolition can reach then. Demolition Dirge can reach I. It's a lot of GFIs with no rerolls though. There we go. Does get the POW, hey. Alright then. Doesn't even break armor. That's a piling on and a half I've ever seen one. I'm surprised she did not piling on there. I would have spite piling on an eye any time. And also, this gutter runner can easily get the ball, so I definitely... Piling on's definitely worth it, I think, for that one. Like, the piling on over here, questionable. This piling on seems like 100% necessary. Because I was just going to stand up and grab the ball, I think. After the orc beating continues. Oh my god. And just for spite, knocks him over, grabs the ball, runs it in. I think piling on there might have stopped some of that. No guarantee, obviously, but with 7 armor value, you're more likely to break. Well, not more likely. Hey, both coming back is good, but it's too little too late. At 3-0 at turn 15, this game is pretty out of reach for Grey Duck, unfortunately. Chris gets Heavy Metal Machine back as well. Yeah. Not so good there. So yeah, I've mentioned this a few times, but I think it bears talking about again how small things can snowball really easily when you're playing a slow team. I mean, small things can snowball a lot in Blood Bowl anyway, but especially when you're playing a slow team like Orcs, they can just build up so fast. This early positioning mistake here with the Blitzers, getting them taken out, huge problem. Here, pulling the cage back, resulted in this huge mess, which ended up being a touchdown. I mean, Skaven bullshit is definitely a thing, but yeah. And Chris gets a blitz. Well, somehow I'm not surprised. Yeah, where's this ball going anyway? Off field, maybe? I don't know where this is going. Oh, no. Have slowly kick normally. I'm guessing it's going somewhere over here. For some reason, I don't know why the replay doesn't show us this. But there's gonna get its like bajillionth touchdown. There's also little the Orcs can do about it. All these guys are tied up in the LOS, and yeah. Blitz is so good, and Chris gets all of them, all the time. This one's gotten more than anybody else this season. Wow. That's pretty big. Maybe it would have been worthwhile to give it to disarm, but probably not, considering what game this is. And there's the scatter. Yeah, that's 4-0. I was trying to remember, because I knew the score already because I validated the match, but I was trying to remember how Chris got up to 4-0, and there we go. It's a blitz. So the options for Greyduck at this point are spite punching. Can't stop this. No one's close enough. Well. Demolition Dirge. The Orc, the Myth, the Legend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. GFI twice. Oh, can you not piling on if you GFI? No, because you flop down on your own space. Well, that's what you should do. But I get the impression it's not what happens. Or even if it is what happens, she doesn't get a POW. Goes for the assist. Okay. Makes sense. The sidestep means that unless it's a POW, it's going this way. And again, I don't know why she's not hitting with the block pieces first if she's not going to do this. Gets the defender, stumbles. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Alright. Demolition Dirge. Let's see it. She's getting some stuns now. Alright. Fingers crossed. Come on. Let's see the vengeance. Oh, no. Like I said, she used up her GFI luck here. Well, that's, again, the same lesson we learned last time. Let's see how spiteful Chris is, because he could, in theory, get somebody up here to do the assist on this blitzer. Oh, look. There we go. Bullet's going to come up, I would assume. Yeah, I'm assuming Bullet with Butterfly Blink, this is going to... I'm assuming that this piece is going to come up here and mark, and then Chris is going to do the blitz out. He's got 3 rerolls left. Holy crap. Yep. Do the punch. That's a push. Push, no follow-up, run away. Yeah. And that's a 4-0. And see, this is, again, I think the piling on, I mean, Blodge sidestep is so hard to knock over that when you do, if you have piling on, it's time to flop. It's time to try to kill it. Because maybe she would have murdered it, and then that might not have been so bad. I don't know. At this point, it doesn't matter. The game's lost anyway. Man. And again, we just have more vengeance punching at this point. Pretty good game for Chris. He got pretty lucky on a couple things. Kickoff events went against Grey Duck in a lot of ways. The rock early on hurt. Certainly is a problem to eat a rock and injure your player. That sucks. Chris had some better hit dice when it counted. Grey Duck had a few turns where she rolled a lot of pushes and skulls. But mostly I think this comes down to some positioning problems for Grey Duck. I don't know if... I mean, luck would have been different if he had more pieces in better places, essentially. I don't know about the drive in the second half here. And a riot. Just for the extra... the extra sad. Oh, moved back. Okay. But yeah, these pieces being over here in the first half and then not being able to help with the rest of this hurt. Yeah, I think just bad positioning on the OrcWreckstra side. Probably a big part of this. Chris getting really lucky though, again with the blitz and the rock. Didn't hurt him. But basically I feel like this team didn't prepare. This team made some bad positioning choices, this team being the Orc team, made some bad positioning choices in terms of picking when and where to throw the ball around. God, yeah, I mean, Grey Duck's breaking the armor now, that doesn't matter. That's... ugh. Some dice are definitely at fault here, but I think the core problem is what I was talking before. Just the blitzers here, and then pulling the Black Orcs back to form a cage. No, Demolition Dirge not going for the block. I guess there's no one from the block. And really the only thing Chris has eaten out of this is Space Boy being a miss next game, which is pretty unfortunate considering that there's only one game left in this season, but yeah. Kind of surprised she can go for the pickup here. But yeah, Chris is walking away pretty scot-free at this point. In theory, actually, if he can get a Gutter Runner down here, which is why I probably would have tried to feed Disarm the touchdowns. But if a Gutter Runner can be moved down here, it is... Ooh, one die block pays off. If Chris can get a Gutter Runner down, it's very possible this ball could be gotten for a 5-0, which would be pretty good. Let's see what happens here. Gutter Runner blitz. GFI success. He's an attacker down. Now, as someone who was taken out by a turn 16 foul, or not taken out, but severely hurt by a turn 16 foul, I would love to see a turn 16 foul from Grey Duck, but I don't think she plays quite that dirty. Reasonably so. Defender down. This is a piling on time. Oh, but already KO'd, so... I don't know, I'd still piling on for the vengeance. But, again, I think I'm more filled with spite sometimes than Grey Duck is. Fender stumbles. The kind of scary part is if Gutter Runner bullshit is cooperative, Chris could in theory 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, can't do the safe way, but if Skaven bullshit is real, could go in here. And then, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, would be able to GFI once to do it. That would be a 5-0, which, like I said, I think doesn't happen, but could be done. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of things didn't go Grey Duck's way, for sure, but a lot of them didn't go her way due to support positioning. Dice didn't go great. The KOs were huge. The KO's not coming back until the very end of the game when it didn't really matter anymore. Huge factor. All of her hit dice apparently went into these last like 3 turns as well, which isn't great. Huh. In some ways, this actually makes it riskier for her to prevent the 5-0 because Blitzer could get blitzed here. Ball could get knocked loose. The thrower could pick it up and then make the super pass to I here. Who does 2 GFIs just out of sheer audacity. I guess it could potentially shorten the distance here. Attack them both down, reroll gets us. Both down, push. Okay. The ball is safe. So it could have been more hilarious. Kind of weird, but whatever. Bonus 1 SPP, I guess. SPP farming to the bitter end. It's a good habit to be in, I suppose. Layla thinks so. And that's the game. Yeah. A lot of things didn't go Grey Duck's way, for sure. But I think most of it was just bad positioning. Yeah, not a lot of casualties rolled really on either side, although Chris out-casualtying the more hitty team has been sort of his deal all season here. 22% ball possession is a great. 80% on opposition half. Awesome. Yeah, just bad positioning, I think, is the key factor here. Dice didn't go her way, but Dice could have gone more her way had positioning been better. Chris only suffered 1 casualty as well. Pretty good deal. Although that casualty being on the superstar is not great. Why is 0 still out? I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering things. Either way, pretty game. Chris advances to play the winner of the Khemri versus Lizard game, which I'm not going to spoil in case you haven't watched it. Yeah. Amazing. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll have some more content for the finals. I'll talk to you later. Bye.